tell us what personally motivates you to teach chemistry?
The aspect that motivated me to teach chemistry is based on the aspect of reactions. You put one or two things the other and it gives you a different product, which is all about reactions.
Hello everyone and welcome to Students Speak on Crystal Education TV, the number one platforms for students' conversations that educate and inspire.
Today, we're coming to you from Divine International Academy, Nyanya, Abuja, and our spotlight is on a subject that's both fascinating and feared: chemistry.
That's right, chemistry is all around us. It explains how matter changes, how reactions happen, and even how the human body works on a molecular level. But let's be honest, many students find chemistry quite challenging.
Exactly, from balancing chemical equations to understanding atomic structures and memorizing the periodic table, chemistry can be overwhelming if not approached properly.
We'll be talking about these challenges and also exploring why chemistry is such a vital subject in science education.
And later, we'll sit down with the chemistry teacher here at Vine International Academy to hear some expert advice and teaching strategies. Well, chemistry is interesting because it explains real-life processes like how soaps work, how batteries produce electricity, or why certain food reacts with others. Practical. You have to understand abstract ideas and apply them in experiments.
That's true. One of the biggest challenges in memorizing chemical formulas and valencies, sometimes it feels like learning a new language, very difficult. Also, lab experiments can be confused without proper guidance.
To mention calculations like molar mass, concentration, and gas laws, they require a good grasp of both math and science.
Despite the challenges, chemistry is one of the most rewarding subjects. It prepares us for careers in medicine, engineering, pharmacy, and environmental science.
And now, to help us understand this subject better, we are honored to be joined by a very special guest, the chemistry teacher here at Vine International Academy.
Thank you for joining us, sir. It's a pleasure to have you on Students Speak.
To begin, can you tell us why chemistry is such an important subject for secondary school students?
Chemistry is very important for secondary school students, especially most of our students that want to go in for medicine and other areas of careers in sciences. Is very important because it has to do with reactions and in medicines and also in the field of pharmacies and the rest.
That's true, but many students say they find chemistry difficult. What do you think are the main reasons students struggle with the subject?
Yeah, the major reason why students struggled with the subject is due to their inability to actually understand the periodic rules. There are rules that guide chemistry, and if you are familiar with your periodic table, it makes things easy for you understanding the chemical formulas and how those compounds, those elements also react to form what compounds, and equal compounds react to form other compounds and higher what compounds.
Very insightful. What teaching methods do you use to help students enjoy and understand chemistry better?
I use various teaching methods, demonstration methods, and I also carry out chemical reactions in the lab while I teach the students for them to actually record and actually understand what the teacher is talking about, because I think whatever you do in the lab and do it practically, students get to understand it more better.
That sounds very engaging. What advice would you give to students who want to improve in chemistry?
Advice I would give to my students that want to do chemistry is for them to be close to their periodic table and useful
What advice would you give to students who want to improve in chemistry?
Okay. Now, one student, I would like students to be used to the periodic tables, because the periodic table are the major guides that guides the student to get more used to chemistry, and with such they will be able to know each of the elements that are present, and those elements that are present now can actually give rise to the formation of a compound by knowing their charges, their ions that are involved, various charges like calcium now, based on the electronic configuration, which is 28812. That means the 2 there signifies the valency, Y, which is the group, Y, the numbers of shares now signifies what the period. With such understanding, they should be able to understand how those element can actually react together to form a compound, and interchange of those ions giving rise to the formation of a compound. By being used to this periodic table, it makes them easy to understand the chemical aspect of chemistry, which gives it a better understanding to students.
Thank you so much, sir. That was truly inspiring. Before we end, can you tell us what personally motivates you to teach chemistry?
The aspect that motivated me to teach chemistry is based on the aspect of reactions. You put one or two things the other and it gives you a different product, which is all about reactions. You understand? So it's all about the reaction path makes me to like chemistry. You understand? When one thing reacts with another, it gives you another product, and knowing how to put those chemical reactions together makes it an interesting subject.
That's beautiful. Thank you again for your time and for making chemistry approachable.
To our viewers, remember, no subject is too difficult if you approach it with the right mindset, the right guidance, and right efforts.
Thank you for watching Students Speak on Crystal Education TV. Coming to you from Vines National Academy, Nyanya, Abuja. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more inspiring content from students and teachers across Nigeria. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep speaking. Thank you.